I was working in a leprosy colony in one of the remote area in Karnataka. And then I wanted to count how many women are there, that many, I wanted to give them something to wear or something, some help I wanted to give. I was counting and one person said, there's a lady inside the hut and her name is some lady, Gangamma or something. I said, no, unless I see the person, I can't list. Because by this time I learned people tell lie. But let me check. Then I called her name in her dialect. She did not come. I said, okay, she didn't come. Let me go inside and meet her. I went inside. In a minute, I came outside. The reason was, it was a dark hut. There was no light. Of course, afternoon I went. There was a lady and she was sitting like this. She did not have any clothes on her body. And she told me, Amma, you told me to come out and tell my name. I didn't come because I am a lady. I can't come without clothes. I am so poor, I don't have a piece of cloth with me to cover my body. I sat there, and that was in the early years of my foundation. I started crying. I said, what is the use of independence? Dollars, $1 billion, Bollywood music, we talk all those things. Here is my country where, after 55 years of independence, that time it was 55 years of independence, a woman is not to come out because she doesn't have a set of clothes to cover her body. Not expensive clothes, an ordinary cloth to cover her body. What is my country? What it means to me? And I started crying there. And then of course, I had my own bag in my sari I gave her. Something I did. That struck me so much. I said, if I say my country is progressing, in that case, in my country everybody should get 2 square meals a day. In my country, children should study up to the 12th class. In my country, women should have a set of clothes, 2 sets of clothes actually, one to wear and one to clean. And then only I call my country has progressed. Otherwise, I will not call my country has progressed. And such people give me inspiration in life to I should work, I must work for those people, not for any other award or reward. If they come, it's well and good. If they don't come, still it's okay. But I have to work for such people. They are my source of inspiration because they belong to my country. I have an obligation towards them. In my work also, many times I have been cheated, though we are very careful when we talk, when we do, we don't promise immediately. We said we'll think it over, we'll get back. One day one person came and told me that his son is suffering from cancer, young child. Then I said, I want a proof. Without proof, we don't give money. He said, okay, he'll bring proof. Next day, he brought the child only. The child, stomach was bulged and the child was suffering and I could see. I said, no, don't bring the child now. I said, okay. He said, I require 2 lakhs, that means 200,000 rupees. 200,000 rupees is maybe, I don't know how many dollars, you should tell, divided by 40. Is $5,000 maybe? $5,000. He said, I require $5,000 for the operation. I said, that much we can't give because we do get many applications. Maybe I will give 25,000 rupees, maybe $1,250, $1,250 I will give. The rest you collect from everybody. He thought for a minute, he said, okay, no problem. But will you give me a letter that this so-and-so is suffering from cancer and Infosys Foundation has given $1,250 for the treatment of the child. I said, okay, that is not a problem because he can produce that letter and get some money. There is nothing wrong in that. So we give the money, we give the letter. And normally I computerize everything, whatever work we do. Maybe because my background is computer and that helps me a lot because everything is so systematic, nothing is ad hoc. Or nothing is that, I gave on such and such a day when it was raining, I gave it on such and such a day when Mrs. Murthy was here. Nothing of that. Every day, every appeal, the name of the person who has appealed, what kind of treatment, what the cause, how much money you have given and action for that. So action column I wrote, check after 6 months. That's the action I wrote. And after 6 months it started beeping saying that you have not taken action. Then I said, okay, he told me he'll get operated in such an hospital. I called up the hospital. By this time, like how finance people have their network, even social entrepreneurs have their own networks, We know the hospitals, we know the old age homes, we know the adoption agencies, we know orphanages, we know street children where they sleep, we know where they take drugs. So we also know where the dens are there, what time who is available where, all those things. We also have our own networking. So I called up that hospital and asked, is there any patient by this name was operated in the last 6 months? They said, no, I have not heard. Then I said, maybe he might have got operated somewhere else, because that is not the only hospital. But I had his address. I said, okay, let me go and see. This habit of checking always helped me in my life. I went to that person's house, and house was locked. And it was a 3-story building. The house was locked. I was wondering whether I came to the right address, or did he give a wrong address, what I should do. Then there was a lady, old lady sitting next door. And India is a country where a lot of talking and social activities are very important than food. In India, we can starve one meal, but we can't stop talking, because that is a great relief to us in all our tensions. It's also we share our grief with others. The greatest difficulty when I come to the West is that people don't talk. I feel, oh, something is wrong with me. I feel that kind. In India, we talk a lot, and at times it's good, many times it's bad also. So this old lady said, oh, who are you? Why have you come? Then I said, no, I have come to this fellow house. His house is locked. He said, no, same house. Come inside and She immediately called me. I also went. I sat because I wanted to know what has happened. Then she told me, I said, what happened to that fellow's son? His name was Somappa actually. Somappa, what happened to that child? Old lady opened her book. Okay, she said, her daughter-in-law was scolding, no, don't talk, but she continued telling me. There is a foolish lady by the name Sudha Murthy in Bangalore. It seems she gave him $1,250 and a letter, because in India, we can't also keep secret. Everybody should know everybody's house details. Okay. There is a lady by the name Sudha Murthy who is very foolish. She gave him money, and also she gave a letter. Somappa's father used that letter, went from one organization to another organization, saying that Sudha Murthy has given a letter. And I have a good reputation that normally I verify very well before I give. Someone says, if Mrs. Murthy has given, then we can give, because she is that heart taskmaster, she must have taken all the care, precaution, then only she gives. So he has gone to Azim Premji Foundation, or the Wipro, or some other foundation, I don't know where this fellow went. So he has gone to many foundations, and everybody has given some money. So he collected more money than $5,000, because if he goes to 10 good foundation with my letter, he must have collected. Then he thought over it, anyway the child is going to die. Why operate the child? Instead, it's a real life story. I'm not imagining anything. I have seen, I'm a witness. Instead, he invested that $5,000 in 2 or 3 auto rickshaws. There is a rickshaw we have in our country. You must have seen, auto rickshaw, a lakh of 100,000 or 80,000 you get auto rickshaw. He ran a good business, and the child died. The child died without treatment. He made money and built 3-story building, or already it was there, he got it repaired or something. I stood there motionless. I said, where did I go wrong? Was it wrong on my part to give a letter? Was it wrong on my part to give $1,250? Was it because of my mistake the child died? Where did I go wrong? I went on thinking about it, where did I go wrong? Then I felt it is not I went wrong. To be compassionate is the most essential thing in life. There's nothing wrong. Otherwise, if I don't have compassion, I can't do philanthropy. If I am a very calculative, hard-minded person, I cannot do philanthropy, because in philanthropy you have to be compassionate. You should care for others. Giving a letter was a mistake. It was not. But the person took advantage of the situation. Being a father, he did not get treatment for his child because he felt it's not important. It is not my mistake. It is the person who received was so crooked, and you can't measure anybody's mind.